Oh, the camera's on. See if I get audio. See how everything's looking from the workbench here. We'll find out. I just wanted to get on here quickly tonight and share with you folks. You might hear some background noise. I can't control outside of my studio. It's pretty loud tonight outside in the neighborhood out here. Let me get on and make sure I can see myself on here. There we go. Okay, turn on some. I can see myself on here. There we go. All right, cool. I've got audio. Right on. Hey, so I wanted to just get on here and briefly share. I've been doing this 3D printing. Well, let me catch you up first. I've been putting windows in my house, and I've got 2 windows left to do. And I'll be glad to get those done because I can get caught up on all my other stuff. But I've been doing the 3D printing, and you know, I've been working in this Fusion 360, and it's all new to me. The resin printing, you know, the CAD software to design your own stuff. It's all really new, and it's a huge learning curve. And sometimes it's a bit of a headache. But, hey, what's up, Snapface? Hey, Robert. So I printed out a few sets of these white tanks. I designed these in Fusion 360, and I designed some various ones. I designed some single tanks like this. These aren't painted. And then I designed, you know, some like this, and I painted these. These are kind of cool, man. I mean, you know, I'm no expert on this by a long shot, but thank goodness the paint can cover a lot. They do take, you know, one of the things I will say about this, and I guess it's true with any product that you make, whether it's wood or it's, you know, styrofoam or whatever, there's always some finishing that needs to be done to a product. And it's no different with this. You know, there is the design part of it, then there's the print part of it, and then there's the, you know, the cleanup part of it. But what I did on these tanks here is I sort of manifold them together. I've got some outlets, and I've got some bracing that I put in here. And I kind of just painted these, like, stippled them with the brush, or with a piece of sponge. I did do some regular brushing with some acrylics on here, and then I dry brushed some highlights in various parts of the tanks, with you know, just acrylics. I didn't airbrush any of this, but and then I stippled it with the piece of sponge there. But, you know, I mean, these are pretty cool. I did have some other plans where I printed out these. What I did is I created these cylinders in Fusion 360, and then I extruded them and then put this coil around them. So the hope is that I'll create, I can't do everything in the software, so some of this I'll have to create some flexible thing to come off of here or something, and this will kind of be the, you know, maybe something that I can use to hold in an action figure's hand or something, like the end nozzle or something of a flamethrower or something. Who knows? Who knows, man? But, you know, I just wanted to share this with you. This, you know, it's pretty cool. There is quite a bit more learning I need to do on this. It's not easy at all, and I hope it gets easier. I'm sure it will, you know. Oh, how do I finish the surface? Well, I'll show you. I've got some 80 for rough. I've got some 220 as I drop everything. I've got a 220 block. Then I also use just emery boards. You know, that helps get in there and really knock it down. Also, you can, I mean, you know, I've got some individual pieces of sandpaper, but I find these work pretty good right now, you know, for finishing it. And, you know, you can really see some of these really did require some finishing. I'll tell you what happens is, if you've never 3D printed, these print upside down on this work plate, and so this part, you know, sticks to the work plate, and then it has these supports that you have to create this system of supports to hold this as it rises in and out of this liquid resin. And those supports, you know, if they're too weak, then this won't hold and it'll fall into the resin, and you'd have wasted 4 hours of printing. And if they're too strong, then you can get these pock marks that come as a result of selecting the wrong type of support to, you know, support your piece. There's so many variables to it. It's ridiculous. But at any rate, so yeah, there is some finishing required on these because I selected, and my theory on the supports was the more the merrier, right? I'll just put a bunch on there and we'll just make them heavy duty. Well, that didn't quite work. They were a pain in the butt to get off, and they did actually leave some little indentations on the, you can see on this unfinished piece, you can see the pock marks that the actual supports left on the piece here. And you do have to finish. I actually had made some tubing and some different framing here, but since the supports that I selected were like really thick and heavy duty, when I took those off, it also took off the framing that I built, because the framing was pretty fragile. It was pretty small in comparison. It's like using, I don't know, you know, I don't have a good analogy for it, but next time I need to use the appropriate size supports and not so many. So anyway, but this is what I got, you know. Oh yeah, you know what, a Dremel, you know, true, and it might. I'm limited on my Dremel pieces. All I've really have for my Dremel is some little drum sanders. But you are right. They've got such a variety of really cool fittings for the Dremel that you can get in there and dig around and sand and buff and all that stuff. Little wire wheels. You're right about that. No doubt, Robert. Yeah, that's a good idea, and I do have one that I bring out on occasion with all my other crap. But you know, this isn't too bad. And let me just get you for a reference here. Let me pull out old Jason Voorhees here. I kind of used him to scale the print or the let me move this stuff out of the way. I kind of used him as a reference here, and I built a couple different types of tanks. This one here, I don't know if I like it so much for him. It looks like he's doing some landscaping. He's gonna go spray some Roundup somewhere. They don't really look like flamethrower tanks. He looks more like a gardener with that tank. I do like this tank for him, though. This is a pretty cool one. That's nice and long, and I can get some hose off of the bottom of this one. It covers more of his body. This here for him is, you know, another thing I had to get used to was yeah, it is tedious. Everything looks big on the screen on my monitor, but I have to remember that all those little, you know, my screen, the planes that I'm working on in the Fusion 360 are set to inches, and so it looks big on the screen, but in real life it's not as big as when you're printing. I got to get used to it, but it would be so much easier to just make this out of, you know, something like clay or something like, you know, foam, or, you know, different, like a wooden dowel. But, you know, I don't think you're going to get the realism that you'll get with that you can get with the 3D printer. And so for certain things, I really want to be able to produce a decent looking piece that I can use in a scene. Yeah, Gardner's spraying Roundup. Don't he though, man? Look at that. Look like he's about to go out there and spray some tomatoes. Dang it, Jason. He went to the soft side, man. But I do like, I've got a couple different, I'll show you. Matter of fact, I'll show you all this junk I got here. Let's see. I've been using my resin. And so I've got all these. These were, you know, maybe for like a Mezco figure, a smaller, you know, 1/12 action figure. You know, these here. And, but I do for Jason, I do, you're right, Robert, I like that size a lot better. Even this, I made this 2 inches, and that's a little small for him. Well, and to be fair, this Jason figure, as far as Mezco or NECA figures go, he's pretty darn large. Most of the, you know, figures like from NECA, they're like 7-inch. This guy's 8-inch. I think he was a little over 8 inches, so he's a pretty darn big figure. I should get. Let me get another figure out over here. Just take a look and see. I've got Coraline over here. Can always use Cor. Well, she's kind of a tall one too. She's not really a standard figure either. But let's see what this wouldn't even fit on Coraline's skinny back. There you go, blowtorch. That would fit on her back. I could put that on there. Coraline's bad. I got her smoking a cigarette. Actually, I built this cigarette, and I built everything. I created this cigarette out of a tiny wooden dowel, and then I painted the end. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I like making Coraline bad. She just lends herself to being a rebel really nicely. but funny stuff anyway. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with everybody tonight. I do have some other he likes to weed his gravesite. Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah, no doubt about that, man. I've got to get some more going on this mausoleum that I shared with you folks too the other day. I've got to get some more. I need to build some headstones, and I need to get I need to photograph that mausoleum and create the first video, because I have all the footage. I just haven't been able to do any of the voiceover stuff yet, so I could put that up for you guys to take a look at. My favorite movie from, what you liked, Coraline? Is that what you're saying now, Robert? Coraline, I like, you know, she's a cool character, man. I did some really cool pictures of Coraline. I made some really cool sets with her. But yeah, I do need to get some more video back up there. And I'll try to get some done in the next, you know, day or two. I get 3 days off a week. Yeah, Coraline, yeah, right, Robert. Yeah, that's a good movie, man. I like those kind of, I don't know what you call them, what kind of movies they are. Like the animation in them, I don't know what they are, but I really like those type of movies, Coraline, and you know, stuff like, I've got another movie that I really liked that was really similar to that type of. I've got this Figure 9. He was really cool. I really liked this movie too. He's a cool character. The only thing about him is he doesn't articulate at all. His hands and his feet, that's it. You know, well, his head turns, but this guy just stands there. That's it. I like this movie too. They're really cool. Those movies are really, really neat. But yeah, so I'll get some more videos up here shortly, and some more building tutorials, and I need to get some photography in too. I just had so much adult stuff to do lately that it's been kind of a challenge to get it all done. And then I've also going to kind of venture out on, a friend of mine wanted some cookie cutters made, and I thought, well, yeah, man, I can make custom cookie cutters. But then I got to thinking the resin isn't for cookie cutters. Not that it couldn't do it, but it really wouldn't be a food product. So I bought another printer. Yeah. Oh, you like that one, Snapface, that Character 9? Yeah, that's a good character, or it's a good movie. The character is cool. I wonder if you go, if you ever seen the pictures I did with him. Let me get him back. I created a really cool set for him, and if you ever go to my website, you can see I made this whole... I did this trick where I lit his staff with a real light bulb, and kind of like I did with Creepshow, and I put some cool corrugated doors behind him, and it was a really cool set. And I liked this movie enough that I really wanted to find the character. And when I got the character, I mean, I was happy with him because there's so much texture in him, but, you know, he just doesn't move at all. So I had to plan my photography on, you know, a standing pose. This is what you get right here. He doesn't move. But and then you've got the number 9 on the back, and it just was a really good movie. I liked the texture, all the textures in the head with the little. It's a solid PVC piece, but it looks here like, you know, that it's sewn, that it's a figure that's sewn together, and I really, really like that. And it was just a really cool movie. But the character, like I say, he doesn't move at all. So you're really limited on what you can do with shooting him in a scene. But at any rate, so I'm gonna probably jump off here, folks. I hope you guys are doing well. Did you ever get your Frankenstein in, Snapface? You ever get that in? I saw you posted that Halo character. Those little statues are really cool, you know. But I've seen a lot of Frankensteins up on Instagram lately, and I don't know if I hadn't seen one from you, so I assumed you hadn't got it yet. I don't have any new characters coming myself right now. I've been so focused on learning how to print this stuff and building some things, and you know, I haven't got any new characters. I spent enough on other crap. I can't spend any on characters right now. Oh man, you know. But I figured I'd bring this webcam over here to this workstation. That way, when I do builds, oh, you're still waiting for them? Good Lord, it takes a long time to get things over there, huh? I guess I take for granted, or we take for granted over here. I don't know how it works over there in Australia, but you know, when we want something, man, it comes the next day. You know, and I don't know if you guys have that type of service over there or not. I mean, I just don't think about who has it or who doesn't, because, you know, I swipe my card and I have a character the next day, sometimes the same day. So we really are kind of spoiled with that, you know. The Halo was my son's. He is about 12 inches. Right on, Robert. Take care, man. Thanks for chiming in, buddy. Oh, he's a 12-inch high figure, huh? Yeah. Those are... I don't have any of the tall ones like that because I just don't have stuff built for that type of figure. But that figure, you can just shoot outside against a natural background and make some really cool pictures with it, you know. But yeah. Yeah, you're always behind from us. Well, you know, over here in the United States, I guess, you know, we live to spend money or something. I guess that's the worldview. I don't know. Same day. Sometimes you can get stuff the same day, man. You know, unlike today when I ordered that filament 3D printer, it said that I would have it today. I ordered it yesterday and it's not here. That printer there is this PLA, these spools of PLA, and let me see what this looks like, man. Let me smell it. I have this thing about smelling stuff, plastics and figures, and I don't know. Let me see how this stuff. Boy, it sure is wrapped up pretty heavy. But this is the printer that I got. And this other printer. And it's a little less... So, apparently, these type of printers, they print faster than a resin printer, but they lack the fine detail that you get in a resin printer, but that I could use these for the cookie cutters that my friend wanted. And so that's what I really bought this other printer for, was to do custom cookie cutters. I know it sounds lame, but you know what? Some of those cookies are super, super cool, man. You know, they look really, and who would have thought custom cookie cutters would be a profitable thing, but it is. Let me smell it. It doesn't really have a smell. It's, so this other printer, what it does is it heats this up and it extrudes it through a heated tip, and it builds layer by layer, you know, your item that you want printed. And, pretty cool. I was hoping to get it today, but Amazon, they pulled a fast one on me, you know. So I'm going to have to get with them on that. But, yeah, a lot of people like the smell of new products, huh? It's weird. This one doesn't have any particular odor. No distinguishable scent to it, which may or may not be good. I don't know, man. But anyway, I want to jump off here, and I hope everybody's doing well and, you know, being creative and enjoying your life and making memories, man. That's what it's all about. But I just wanted to get on here and share these little tanks with you folks, and kind of chime in and just chat with you all tonight and let you see where I'm at, what I'm doing with this, and give me a chance to see that this camera is working over this bench. I probably sound like Joe Pesci in this video because I don't have the ability to do the audio tuning that I do when I'm using my regular microphone. I have to just rely on the microphone that's built into this webcam. I probably sound like Joe Pesci inside a beer can or something, but it's good. So I just wanted to test that out and make sure everything was looking good on my workbench here, and share with you these little cylinders I made. But I'm curious to see, man, what you all make and what you guys do and your photos. So I'll be looking on Instagram, and I'll have some other stuff up here shortly in the next, you know, few days. Maybe I'll get up early, super early tomorrow before I walk my dog, and start and before I have to do some windows, and start some voiceover on the crypt or the mausoleum that I built, and then put up a video of that. We'll see how early I feel like getting up. Yeah, audio and video look good. Right on. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, and until the next time, I'm going to get off here, folks. You guys take care. Enjoy your night. And, well, you, Snapface, you're actually, you're not quite, well, you are in the nighttime, huh? You're 17 hours ahead, so it's 9 here, 9. Yeah, it's the evening time where you are. So, you guys enjoy your your days, and I'll holler at y'all later on. I'm going to end my live stream and walk over here, and we'll see you folks another day, man. Take care.